Dear students, here are some very important questions in fifth semester Bcom e-commerce subject. So these are very important questions. The star questions are very important questions. So what are the questions I'm giving here? Almost you'll get a question paper from these questions only. Just if you want the recent video I have posted recently, that is RDBMS, just go through with that video and the question paper, then only you can come to know. Please subscribe my channel so that in future whatever the videos I'm going to make, so once you subscribe my channel, so whatever the videos I'm going to post in my channel, immediately you'll get a notification so that you can come to know my videos. So when it is comes to the first unit, what is e-commerce and advantages and limitations of e-commerce. So here what is the meaning of e-commerce? Buying and selling of goods and services over the online is known as e-commerce. So you have to write about the definition of e-commerce and advantages and limitations. So what are the benefits? Advantages are nothing but benefits and limitations are nothing but the drawbacks. So then when it is comes to the next question, impact of e-commerce on business models. So what is the meaning of e-commerce? Again we have to write the different types of business models which are available. So next comes to the question of third question, three pillars of e-commerce. Now you know very important three pillars are there. One is electronic information, electronic relationship and electronic transaction. Now about all these three things we have to explain. So next list the types of e-commerce. So what are the different types of e-commerce are there? You know already, business to business, business to consumer, consumer to business. So we have different models are there, that all these models you have to explain. So next comes to the concept of e-commerce applications. So it means where we are using e-commerce in our life, that we have to explain. So in different sectors are there, so all we have to explain. So next when it is comes to the unit number 2, the first question is architectural framework of e-commerce. So we have to write about the architectural framework of e-commerce. Next, e-commerce, explain about encryption techniques. You know what is the meaning of encryption? Converting the known data into unknown format is known as encryption. So we have to write what are the different types of encryption concepts. Okay, in this you know the concept of public key and private key, that everything you have to explain. So next when it comes to the third question, the TCP IP referential model. You know already this is a important model. So before to the after TCP IP model, they introduced one more model, that is called as OSI model. So OSI model is an advanced model than TCP IP model. So we have to explain about TCP IP model here. So next comes to the question number 4, security issues faced by e-commerce sites. It is also called as web security. So what are the security? Suppose when I'm using any e-commerce website, so what are the security issues I'm going to face, that I need to explain here. Okay, now when it is comes to the unit 3, so unit 3 important questions are, so mercantile process model types. So here two models are there. One is mercantile model for consumer perspective and mercantile process model for mercantile. So these are the two models you have to explain. So two models are there, compulsory one question you'll get in final exam from these two models. So one more question is consumer oriented e-commerce applications. So what are the different types of consumer oriented e-commerce applications are there, that we have to explain this. Now next is very important question, that is explain electronic fund transfer. This is very important question. So what is the meaning of electronic fund transfer? So what are the different mechanisms are there to transfer the money from one account to another account? So that we have RTGS is there, NFT is there, IMPS is there. So we have different types of payment mechanisms are there. Whichever the payment mechanism you want to use to transfer the money from one account to another account, for every fund transfer method will be having some restrictions will be there. So limit will be there, how much amount we can transfer from one account to another account, that you need to write. Okay, next, benefits and limitations of electronic payments. So what is the meaning of electronic payment? You have already you need to write the definition of electronic payment. After writing this, when I'm using online payments, what are the benefits? So you can save time and everything, you can do it now. That can be done with the help of credit card, debit card, or anything you can do. But what are the limitations? Limitations are nothing but drawbacks. So what are the problems? Like, you know, when I'm doing any online transaction, the hacker can hack my account also. So that is called that as limitations or drawbacks. So what are the drawbacks you are going to face, that we have to explain. So when it is comes to the unit number 4, the unit number 4 is what discuss about EDI applications in business. So first you need to write about the definition of EDI. EDI stands for electronic data interchange. You know what is the meaning of EDI? Suppose if two business partners, example, take Amazon is there, some LG company is there now. Okay, when a customer places an order, immediately that will be received by the Amazon. So what Amazon is doing, whatever the data which is stored in Amazon, that they are sending to LG company now. So whenever these two business partners want to share any information, that has to be transmitted through EDI. So EDI is nothing but electronic data interchange. So whenever the two companies are exchanging data, that should be done in EDI. So they need to use, we have different EDI formats are there. So one is ANSI and one more is ANSI and one more is EDFACT. So these are the two different standard protocols are there, but any one of the one protocol standard we have to use, and they need to exchange the data between these two companies. That we have to explain. Next question is discuss the legal and security privacy issues of EDI. So when I'm using EDI, what are the legal problems I'm going to get and what are the security and privacy issues we are going to get, that we have to explain. So the next question is the silent features of IT Act 2000. Suppose because in EDI, okay, we are exchanging the data between the two business partners. If anyone is any misuse they will do, we have Information Act 2000. So here you will be having some law rules will be there. So rules and regulations will be there. Okay, the sections will be there. So that we have to explain here. So next question is various types of EDI and advantages and limitations of EDI. So different types of EDI we have to explain. And next one is advantages and disadvantages. Now this is about the unit 4. So next, when it comes to the unit number 5, so these are very important. The explain in detail about e-marketing techniques. So first you have to write about the e-marketing definition. So what is the meaning of e-marketing? So already, so nowadays e-marketing is getting more demand in the market. So we have to write about the definition of e-marketing. After writing the marketing, what are the different techniques we are going to follow in e-marketing, like targeting the people, in what way you will be targeting the people, then everything you have to explain. So next one is role of e-advertisement. So nowadays what is happening, if any company want to promote themselves, they are using different types of advertisement, like example YouTube advertisements or banners. Okay, so different types of advertising mechanisms which are available, that related to that we have to explain. So next very important question is from this unit, that is discuss about the applications of 5 P's. So 5 P's, people, price, product, promotion, okay, pricing. So these are very important 5 P's. You have to explain each and every P in detail. So that is what the question number 3. So the next, when it comes to the last question from this unit 5 is what is e-commerce? What are the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce? So it's a very important question. So first write down the definition of e-commerce and advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. So these are the very important questions from unit 5. So next, when it comes to the short answers, the first short answer is what is e-banking. Already nowadays everyone is doing what, online transactions, yes or no? So that whenever you want to perform any banking related transaction, so every bank is providing what app, like example SBI is providing app. Like we have different banks are providing different apps now. Whenever you want to perform any banking related transaction, then we need a concept of e-banking. So next, e-learning. What is the meaning of e-learning? So what is the meaning of e-learning? Learning means what? Electronic learning. E-learning stands for electronic. By sitting at one place, we can learn everything. So like YouTube, like so many different communication channels are available with us. So by making use of any one of the communication channels, we can learn. Okay, next is what? SMTP protocol. So what is the meaning of SMTP protocol? Simple mail transfer protocol. So whenever if you want to provide any mailing facility in your e-commerce website, then compulsory we have to use the concept of SMTP protocol. So next question is when I'm going to the next question, the question number this one, protocol. What is the meaning of firewall? The firewall is nothing but a security layer. So that about firewall we have to explain. Then the next last question, fifth question is protocol. So what is the meaning of protocol? what are the different types of protocols are there, that we have to explain. So just we have to write on the protocol. Protocol is nothing but the set of rules which are used to exchange the data between two computers is known as protocol. That we have to write it. Next, what is e-shopping? Like online exam, you can also write the e-commerce definition to e-shopping. So buying and selling and everything can be done with the help of electronically. So that is called as e-shopping. So next you have to explain www. So www, or it is also called as w3. So both are same. So HTTP, you have to explain about the HTTP protocol. And the next question is HTML. So what is HTML? Hypertext Markup Transfer Protocol. It is a tag based language. Whatever the HTML outputs can be visible on the browser. So that, because in HTML is used mainly used for what? Whenever you create any website. So in order to build any website, we need a concept called as HTML. So that we have to explain. So next question is FTP. FTP is nothing but a file transfer protocol. So whenever you want any data you want to exchange, that should be done with help of file transfer. So next important 2 marks question is what is digital signature? And next 12th question is cyber cryptography, and what is e-check and what is e-cash, credit and smart cards, WAN, banners, spam, mail and search engine, virtual reality. So we have different types of 2 marks questions are there. So please like my channel and subscribe it. So whatever the questions I'm giving, at least if you learn the star questions, you'll get a complete questions in your final exam. Okay, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.